We're going to do a little tech thing here for a second. Let me share a screen.
As you're doing that, can I ask a question regarding Docusign?
Of course.
So I just did a contract with 2 days ago, and I found out one of them had the wrong email address. So I ended up just voiding out the whole thing and redoing it. Is that the best way, or was there a way that I could just change his email address and still have because the signatures was going to 3 people at the same time?
Right. So you should be able to, here, I'll just open up this room, for example, or
I didn't
if you
want to
go
take
to,
you off, but
what's that?
I said I didn't want to take you off
It's
course
okay.
there. My bad.
If you go to details for any room that you're in,
Mhm.
and you, God, I hate this floating thing when I can't see my screen. Sorry.
And down at the bottom, yep, and change it
Yep.
there.
You edit it, change it here, and it will then, when you resend it again, wherever it is, when
That's
you
why I didn't
resend
know
it,
if you could resend it because I thought it was already, once it's already in the envelope.
nope, you can resend. So
Okay.
if I were to go here to my envelopes, well, that's just a draft. Hold on. Let me find one that, let's say, I'll do this one. If I go to my envelopes, these have been completed, but
Right.
I can open them up where it says more.
If it wasn't
All right.
completed, that
If
would
it
be an
wasn't
option.
completed, there would be a little button that would say resend, and then you can actually select who you want to resend it to.
Ah,
You
okay.
don't have to
Okay.
resend it to everybody.
All right. I did it the long way. I canceled it and
Did it all over again?
redid the whole thing all over again.
Okay, it's practice. So I'll just keep it in this room to show you guys what I'm talking about when I say download it as a PDF. So I wrote an offer on this one. So I have, these are all the things I want to send to the other agent. I'm going to send them disclosures, right? And this is the signed version. That's why it's got the little green stamp. I'm going to send them the warranty, right? The home warranty. I hate that it says warranty waiver. It can be either a waiver or an agreement. It's both. It just depends on which box you check off. I personally really don't like the way that's worded, but I can't do anything about that. I'm going to send them my PA, my disclosure, right? And then I attach the pre-approval letter as its own file because I have it saved on my computer, right? So anyway, so I click off all these things that I want to send to them. And if you go up here to this button that says combine, you click on that, and that shows you all the ones that I just clicked off. I can now click and drag these around and change the order that they're in to make it something that makes more sense when the other agent is just looking at it, right? So I want my PA to be first, then I want my disclosures, then I want my warranty, and then I'm going to do my agency disclosure, right? And then I'll call this test, save. So it combined all those files, I put them in the order that I want, and it's right here. So if I open it up, come on. Any second now. Anyway, this is going to be a PDF with all those pages in the exact order that I wanted, right? So then I can just click on this, download it. Right? And this is the PDF that the agent would get in the order of everything that I had. So that's how you do that. Cool?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, did you even see that? Did you see that PDF open up?
No.
I didn't
No.
think so. I didn't think so. Where did it go? Here we go. That. Oh no, this is Allie's mock one. How do you like that, Allie? There you go. Can you see that?
No. There it goes. Okay.
Yes.
Right? So this is the PDF. It's 13 pages. It's all those different things that I clicked, and it's all in the order that I shifted them around to when I was combining them. Super cool little function, right? I love using it. All right. So I'm going to stop sharing that. So now the next launch that we were going to be looking at deals with listings. Did you guys watch that video? Raise your hands.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Andrea, you did not, right? Okay. So does anybody have questions? Did you guys write questions down or anything like that? No? Okay. So here we go. I'm going to get rid of this. Oh, see, there you go, Dogtopia. Now you see what I'm doing on my free time.
I do have a question regarding listings and Docusign
Absolutely.
kind of same time.
Yep, go ahead.
So my listing that I have in Plymouth, when I go to reduce the price, do I have, I'm assuming I have to go back in and review, revise the agreement, right?
Well,
Or
there
an
is
addendum?
a there are a couple different ways you can do that. Hold on, I'm trying
We
to
can
see.
do that after class if you have time.
It's okay, this is part of it. Is this for listings or buyers? Hold on, I want to make sure if it was 4 or 5, I don't remember. This is the wrong one. There are a couple different ways you can do it. You can do a blank addendum, which is what I always did, that says, you know, seller agrees to
Lower
change the
price.
price to blah, 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 you know, all other terms and conditions remain the same, something like that. Other people use the real comp form. That is, I'm not even exactly sure where it's at. Let's see, this is a listing, so I'll just throw it in here. Hopefully I won't need it ever, but Docusign forms. So it's a real comp form. So I'm going to look under this library, real comp MLS. And I'm going to say, oh, status change sheet. I didn't even have to type it up. It's this one.
Yeah, right down.
Just,
Go scroll
yeah,
down.
I saw it. And there it is.
The blue one.
So change price, new price, expiration date, if you're withdrawing it conditionally, unconditionally, you know, all these different things.
Yep. Okay.
I don't personally ever use this. I always just use a blank addendum. Matt always uses this. It really doesn't matter.
Just preference.
Have it in writing. That's what
Yep.
matters.
Okay.
Oftentimes, not oftentimes, but there are times when homeowners want their home listed higher than we think they should be, which is kind of what you're dealing with right now. So at the signing of the listing agreement, agents will sometimes write out a schedule like, okay, after 20 or after whatever, 14 or 15 days, we're going to drop it to X. After a month, we're dropping it to Y. After, you know, so that it takes the emotion out of it.
Right.
And you could do that like just in a blank addendum, and then you wouldn't have to go back to them every single time.
Gotcha.
You want
I
to
might do that because I mean we're dropping it
50 grand.
but I think we need to drop it another 50. So
talk to them about that.
I'm going to now. Yeah, I'll do that. Let's see if I can do a schedule thing so I don't have to keep doing it.
Okay, so the homework was to write up the mock offer, which some of you did do, and I thank you guys for doing that. Listing presentations. Has anyone gone into Command and played around and created a buyer's presentation or a listing, but buyer's is easier. Oftentimes, new agents feel paralyzed by this, right? Because they don't know what are they going to take in with them. You know, there's this security blanket around. Do I already have this open? There's a security blanket around coming in with a piece of paper, you know, and don't feel like your presentation has to be 35 pages long, because it does not. But Designs has this cool thing with a bajillion pages that you don't have to use them all, but the templates are there for you. Who's in the office, Doug?
Kim is here, Christopher's here, and then a whole bunch of people for the
Nice.
printer.
Oh, yeah, that's right. This is taking a long time to load up. Come on. Wow. Well, so there's this really cool presentation in here with templates, and it graphically is very pleasing, which is something that for me personally, I would get hung up on. Like I would feel like I need to be a graphic designer to have something that looks really cool. What is the problem here? Maybe I should change some of my internet. I don't know. I'll just go to listings, but the same thing is there for buyers, right? Buyer presentation. So here's listing presentation. So you can take one of these. I don't know. Let's pick this one. I've not looked at this one yet. They all have the same information. They're just graphically designed a little differently. That's all. So, you know, you'll see here the instructions. This is designed for you to customize it in any way that best serves your business, right? Each section has been written to highlight the intended purpose of each page. This content is meant to be customized. Carefully review all the written content, because you don't want it to be something generic that you didn't catch and then you kind of look silly. Sections which are numbered in units sold or closed volume are included if you want to use those. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But you can take that graphic that Matt put together for the coaching program and you can talk about the team that you're on, right? The team that closed millions of dollars this year, you know, 1.9 million or something like that. Use that. So, you know, I could say, okay, my client's name is, you know, Tegan. My name is Sharon Prieto, my information. Like if you have gone through and loaded things up in your marketing profile in Command, like you can come right here. I highlighted the DBA name, and then you just go here. If you click this little replace logo, it just replaces it. Okay, now this is KW Advantage, right? I want this to be my picture. Now I'm here. Stuff like that. You just start changing it. So you can go through this, pick out the pages that you want to use, right? Comparable properties, just kind of copy and paste some of the pictures from certain properties that you're using as comps, and you just kind of put highlighted pieces of information there. This talks about what's your value proposition if you want to use this. You know, here's the whole process. Again, customize this, because there are some states that require, like in New York, lawyers have to actually review certain contracts. there's different processes in different places. So you're going to want to go through this and make sure that this reflects the way the process is here in Michigan and the way you do your work. You know, do you want to talk about a marketing plan? If, you know, if one of these pictures, you don't like them and you want to change it, you go to images. Oh, company, whoops, go away. I want, I don't know. I don't want lifestyle, but you know, you can pick different things. I don't know why this would be under marketing. I probably picked a stupid one to do that. But whatever. For instance, I just want it to now be this little kid and I just changed it. Right? So you can do whatever you want. It's really cool. Telling them how you're going to help them find a buyer potentially. So this has how many pages? I don't even know what the totals are, honestly. But go through it, pick the pages you want, and then when you're done, you come down here and you download it. You know, download as a PDF. You can download certain pages. You can go in here, I think, and I don't know if you can delete. How do I do that? I don't know. I'm not going to start doing a whole Docusign or a whole designs class, but the point is, do not let the fear of not having a piece of paper to walk in with that will communicate your value proposition stop you, because this is all in here. It's really cool. Most of it's worded for you. You just tweak it for yourself. And if you don't want to use all those pages, don't use all those pages. Make sense? Yes. Okay, cool.
Yes.
So, you guys should work on that this week. If you haven't done a buyer's presentation, maybe work on that one first. I mean, it depends on what your business initially is going to be focused on. A lot of people find that working with buyers at the beginning seems to be an easier client to get. But if you know you're going to be doing a listing soon because you've got somebody in your pipeline, you know, eventually you want to have both, right? In the next few weeks, you want to have both. And you can just hang on to it, save it, print it out when you need it, but work on it so that it doesn't hold you up and make you anxious about not having one. So, listing documents. This is much like the buyer's one that we did last week. You're going to see one side of the page here that shows you the documents that actually pertain to the property, to the transaction, right? Which is your exclusive right to sell contract, the designated agency addendum to the listing, which actually names you personally as their designated agent. You have both the disclosures that you need to have filled out because you're going to upload those into your listing. The disclosure of your agency relationship, which you have to, you know, do for everybody anyway. And if you are providing a home warranty with your listing, you're going to have that filled out too. So those are property related documents. On the other side, you have administrative documents that are necessary for compliance and to just have the information available to upload into the MLS, right? So, well, there's a designated agency addendum. What's the addendum to listing? I'm not sure what that was. I'm sorry. So the affiliated title mortgage is, again, the business affiliation disclosure. The listing form for the residential condo sale. That form, let's see. Can I'm trying to think of where it's at. I have a folder up here. Let me find it. With all of the forms when they were in dot loop, but they're still pretty much the same. Where's my seller? Here we go. Can you guys see all of this so far?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to see if I can just open this in. I don't want to have to share another form, but I guess I'm going to have to. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
The listing form?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So oftentimes I will just kind of loosely fill some of this out with what I know. Just I'll print this out blank and I'll just do it by hand, right? Like for me, when I go into a listing appointment or when I know that we're ready to actually list the house, I'm taking this with me to make sure that I don't forget to ask certain questions. Like maybe, let me find one, it's usually like exterior features like, oh, do they have outside lighting? I forgot to ask. Or, um, do they have a shed
Is
in
it
the
aluminum
back?
versus vinyl?
Or yes, like, well, that's, yeah, when I get near the end here. Or, how many ceiling fans do they have? What kind of heating do you have? What, you just do that right there when you're in front of them. You have cable available. Do you have an air cleaner? I don't remember, is your thermostat programmable? Do you have a security alarm? Things that but maybe when you walk away, you forget, and you want to be able to click all those things off when you're uploading this into the MLS. Appliances, for sure. Make sure you know which appliances are going to be, left. Are there any exclusions? Are they going to be saying, I don't want to sell this light, this lamp that's up here? You got to write down an exclusion. Here, speaking to what Doug was just bringing up, if you don't know the dimensions of the house, when you're in there, of the bedrooms, you can measure them real quick. If you know that there was a prior listing, in the past 10 years, and you want to trust those room measurements, go ahead and use them. You don't have to measure the rooms again. But I would absolutely mark down here the level and the floor covering. Because when you get home, you're going to be like, was that bathroom linoleum or ceramic tile? Or was there hardwood in the foyer, or was it, so just mark that down. It'll remind you to ask them if there's an association, right? Because they're going to have to fill out a form if there's an association. Yep.
What does level mean?
So is it first floor, second floor, basement,
Oh, okay.
like entry level, ground,
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So then when you get down here to the bottom, you can have them sign this to show that they agree with all the information that's on here. What I personally do instead, sometimes I'll do this, but usually I'll load everything up in the MLS. I'll print a PDF because then my remarks are already on there. Everything's on there. I'll print out a PDF of the actual ticket and have them sign the bottom of that. Or I'll upload it into Docusign and have them sign that. Because the intention of this form is to show that they agree with the way you are marketing the house on the MLS and the information that you're putting on the MLS. And you can accomplish the exact same thing by just throwing it all in once it's all entered and giving them the MLS ticket and having them sign it off. Make sense? But I do always have this with me just to keep me honest, to make sure I'm not forgetting stuff. So if they're getting a home warranty, you're going to want to do this data collection form. I'm not sure which of you guys were on the team meeting yesterday that Brian Heath from America's Preferred Home Warranty came on, and he explained that they have a new data collection form. You can also do them online. I always do all of mine online. I just click a couple buttons and it's done. I'm thinking that we're going to invite him to speak on one of these Thursdays so he can tell you guys how a home warranty can help your buyers and your sellers, because there's different coverages, whether you're on the buy side or the sell side. There's added coverages that you can put on there, different things like that that you can then explain to your clients so that you really feel like you have a good handle on it. Would that be interesting to you guys? Yes, I think so too. So the customer fraud warning acknowledgement is something they're going to have to sign. On the buyer side, they usually don't have to sign that because it's actually already added in the PA. The language is in the PA. So here we go, homeowners association. If they have a homeowners association, they got to fill that out. It's got to have the contact or the email of whoever runs the homeowners association so that the title company can verify if they've paid their dues, if there's anything left over, that kind of thing. Mortgage information release authorization. If their house is not paid off, they need to fill that form out so that when we get closer to closing, the title company can call their lender and say, tell me exactly if we close on Tuesday, how much they're going to owe, right? Because every day matters in the amount because of interest. So from Monday to Friday, the payoff is different by pennies, but it's still different. So, and then this listing home warranty benefit form. Even if your client chooses not to do a home warranty, you must at least get them to sign this because it's our responsibility to explain to them the benefits of getting a home warranty. Should they choose not to do it, then that's okay. That's their choice. But you did present them with the option. If you get sued at some point because of something that's going on with the condition of the house, America's Preferred Home Warranty will assist you in paying off part of a settlement. So do that. Get that signed. Go ahead, Doug.
So back on that homeowners association letter, if
Mhm.
I'm on the buyer side,
Mhm.
should I be requesting that then from
Yeah.
the
So if you're on the buyer side and you see that there is an association, because it would be on the
right?
MLS ticket, you would then, let's see. Wait, I got to go to a different thing. Let's see if
Always
it's in
that's the
here.
difficult ones.
I know you're such a pain in the neck. God.
I mean,
Buyer's agency, earnest money, disclosure, insurance, occupancy. It's not in
I
here.
just know other realtor companies aren't as thorough as we are.
Well, but we want to take care of our clients, don't we?
Right. No, agreed. And that's why I was asking
Yeah.
the question.
For sure.
Because
So,
when I've been snooping, I haven't really seen any of those like as an uploaded document. I didn't know if we should just ask for it or.
so it would be great if they uploaded it, right?
Yep.
But what you can do here, I have a room, view all messages. No, I want to look at all my rooms. Here we go. I have created a room that I just called my room. Isn't that original?
That is.
And I just dump stuff in it sometimes, not that's attached to a certain transaction, but maybe I just need a certain form for some reason, and I don't want to stick it in a room, so I just dump it in there. So,
Wait, we lost your voice. You're muffled. I mean, I can hear you, but it's barely. No.
Still
Is it just
muffled.
me?
No, it's still a bit muffled.
now,
There.
Perfect.
Good.
oh, that was weird. I don't know what I just did, but
You
okay.
could only do that in real life.
Okay. Pre-approval. I might already have it in here. That's what I'm looking for. Pre-qual.
Oh, it's going out again.
What the hell?
That was funny, Doug.
Sorry.
No, it was so
You're
funny.
so mean to me.
No, not to you. I was just saying in general. You
Yeah.
could-
Sure.
Sure.
Oh, Sharon is awesome. I need her.
Does it still sound bad?
No, perfect.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Okay. All right. So now let me go back to where I was. All right. Let me add, because it's not in here. All right. Docusign. Forms. I don't know which one it's in. Let's try this one. Can you guys see this, what I'm doing?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Is this it? I don't think this is it. Where'd it go?
It's on the third one down.
All right, this is just the one that your homeowner is going to fill out, right? For the contact information and stuff like that. But if you're on the buyer side, there's I think it's called a condo association letter, but it would really work for both of them. Mhm. Maybe it can. All right, condominium clauses. All right, property located at blah, 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 blah. You can like cross this out and it could just say homeowners association clause, right? So really what you want to do is, I'm going to ask Pete if there's something just for homeowners. You want to see the documents for the homeowners association. You want to know what the bylaws are, what they're approving of you to be able to do or not, or, you know, what are the restrictions? Because your buyer needs to know what they're getting into. Right? Simple as that.
Agreed. And the house I looked at, they told me to go to the website. So that's why I was wondering.
Well, and they'll do that. Ultimately, at the end of the day, like this particular document says that it's their responsibility, the selling agent or the listing agent, it's their responsibility to deliver this to you. See, delivery shall be in care of selling broker. Remember, you're the selling broker?
Yep.
Because it's stupid the way it's worded. I don't know why we're responsible for the sales, so we're selling brokers. So this really is more about condominiums, right? Because it talks about working capital. However, it applies to homeowners associations as well. But at the end of the day, you don't want to find out that your buyer really wanted to be able to put up a fence, and then after closing, he finds out he's not allowed to put fences up because you didn't try hard enough to get the information. Just because the listing agent maybe isn't being cooperative with you and not giving you what you need, your responsibility is to take care of your client. Right? Make sense? Okay. So Pete's forms obviously goes over how to fill these out in detail. And there are videos that you can watch because you would have to catch up, right? If you haven't gotten that far or, you know, haven't gotten through all of those forms, depending on how long you've been here. So I would like you guys to put together a listing package the same way you did a buyer's package and send it to me by Monday night so that I can take a look at it. If you are able to log into Docusign, go ahead and practice that way. Pick whatever house you want. Pick your own house. If you own a home, go into PRD and just pick your own, or your neighbors, or who knows, maybe there's a listing that you're trying to get anyway. Try it out, do it. And then I'm going to find a video on RealComp that shows you how to actually input it into the MLS. Because I've gotten a couple questions about that from other agents that are in coaching. You know, because we talk a lot about the contracts and how to fill that out, but we're not into the training of how to use everything on RealComp. So, not because we don't know how, but there's only so much time. So I will, I'll post a link to that on the coaching Facebook group, just so people see it. You know, so if it comes up, watch it and be familiar with how to input a listing. Any questions? Oh yeah, go ahead, Ally.
Sorry. So, and we may go over this, so I apologize if I'm jumping the gun here, but seller's disclosures, my understanding is that you give that document to the seller and they are responsible for filling that out, correct?
Yep, your hand is not allowed to touch it.
Right. Okay. Just wanted to double check.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
it's important for all of us to really have a good understanding of how that disclosure is filled out, right? Because it's really easy for people to get confused and just check yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Rather than understand that, here, I'll open one. You guys know what I'm talking about? At all?
Yes. Sharon, do you do yours, do you send yours out electronically or do you have them do it in manual?
I send them a PDF of it. I ask them to print it out, fill it out by hand, and then scan it and send it back to me, or I'll pick it up. It's, I think, too hard to try and do electronically.
And the only reason is I brought this up in Pete's class last week because I said I see a lot of them are electronic. You know, you can tell that they're electronic check marks and stuff. And I didn't know if that's the agent doing it, but then Pete came back and said, no, you can still do it electronically that way.
You
And I'm
can.
like, man, that'd be like a pain in the butt.
I think it's fantastic. Yeah. So, you know, I know Pete goes over this in his forms a lot. If you read this, and I'll highlight this when I tell them, the items below are in working order. The items below are included in the sale of the property only if the purchase agreement provides. So, all of these things, if you're marking them as working or not working, or whatever, has nothing to do if it's included or excluded with the sale of the house. Zero. This is simply about what's present, what's there. The purchase agreement is what dictates what stays and what goes. Right? So you got to make sure that your seller understands that, because he may say, oh, a washer and dryer not available. I know you're not leaving it with the house. I know you're going to take it with you, but it is in the house and it does function. So you have to write down yes. Right? So as agents, the red flag is always anything that's marked no, because that means it's present and it doesn't work. That's a red flag, right? So if it's present and it works, it's a yes. If it's not present and it's not even in the house, it's a not available. So we like to see a lot of yeses and a lot of not available. If there's an unknown, because I have no idea if I have whatever, then you just put unknown. But it's when a no pops up that you kind of go, wait a minute. And you can tell when you look at disclosures from people that it's all yes, no, all the way up and down. You know that they're not filling it out right.
Sharon, you're muffled again.
Yeah, your mom.
Get closer to the computer. I think it changes when you get closer, when you're moving around.
What?
You can do it that way too, I guess.
All right, this is what I'm going to do. Hold on. I know what the problem is.
The problem is iPhone.
Problem is my Surface.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Much better. Thank you.
Problem is the Surface. So I got these Galaxy Live Buds or whatever. And if I'm listening to music on this Microsoft Surface, as soon as I walk like 8 or 9, maybe 6 feet away, it starts to break up. But if I have it hooked up to my phone, I can walk to the other side of the house. So it's the Bluetooth on this Surface that sucks. And I'll tell you, when I have to buy a new computer again someday, I'm not going to get another one of these. If anybody wants my. And it cost me
No,
like,
thank you.
I'm not happy about it at all. And I just got it a year ago, so it's not very old yet, but I don't like it. Anyway, not sure. Does anybody have any questions for me? Hey, Larry, can you turn on your video? I want to see your face. Maybe, maybe not. There you are. How are you doing? Oh, you're muted. How you doing?
Hi.
Good morning.
Hey. Good morning.
I have not had the opportunity to meet you, so it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you.
Thank you. So you're catching us like in the middle, right, of this launch session, because we're just talking about listings and stuff right now.
Mhm.
But if you go back and you start watching those launch videos at number 1,
Okay.
start to kind of feel a little better about it. Things will start to make more sense. But like next week, when we kind of wrap this up, you should start all over again when we start doing it again, right? And just keep going. Because then that'll make sense.
I like how that sounds.
You can start like at 1 again, and Marcia, you know, or I don't know, Marcia, did you?
I'm going to win and start all over again.
Yeah, okay. So how's everybody doing with adding contacts into command? She laughs.
That's an adventure and a half.
Okay. Why? What's the struggle?
Well, I only have phone numbers, and I only have phone numbers. I have some email addresses, and I don't have a lot of physical addresses.
Okay.
So it's really all about inputting the information into the template, which is I'm doing it one by one because I don't have anything. I don't have my contacts electronic. They're all handwritten or they're on my phone.
Okay.
So it's just the tedious monotony of putting everybody in there all at once and the information not being complete. And it's taking me longer than I wanted to.
So let me spin a bright side to this. You have people's phone numbers and they're in your phone or wherever. Perfect opportunity. Call that person, which is scary. I know. Practice a script in the mirror to yourself over and over again in the shower for a few days or with someone else. Call them. Hey, this is what I'm doing. It's awesome. I'm taking advantage of all these tools and this technology that we have. We have this blah, blah, blah. All I have in my phone is your phone number. Could I ask you for, your address? Can I, and you're telling them what you're doing, which is a great touch. You're filling the rest of the information out. Then you'll be able to put them on some kind of monthly neighborhood smart plan, right? It's
yeah.
As scary as it is, it's kind of a great challenge because it's forcing you to call.
Yeah.
Because if you already have their phone number and their address, you don't feel like calling for their email because you've kind of already got the other stuff, or the other way around. I already have their email and their phone and I don't really want to call for their address. Maybe I'll look them up on PRD and stalk them instead. This is like forcing you to call.
Yeah. What I was thinking too is I wanted to do a like on the 1st of February, it just came to me actually just a couple of minutes ago to call them, let them know what I'm doing, and then invite them to, like, I'm a new realtor, like a question and answer type of a networking event with the people that I call.
That's
and then
great.
invite them to like a Zoom, like come February 1st and ask the realtor anything, and I'll answer their questions. And
that's a great idea.
Okay.
I think that's a great idea. Yeah.
I noticed I updated my LinkedIn, and several people reached out. Oh, this is where you are, and I'm like, yes. And I reached out to some of them by phone, and I got their email as well. I said, would you like sharing your email? And they text me, and they text me their email.
That's awesome.
That's what I've been using to
Good, good,
the contacts. I
great.
noticed it's saying 40%, 60%. What percentage is required? You need everything?
Well, nothing's required. I mean, it's how do you want to make the most out of the platform? Mine right now is at 70% across the board because I've got a ton of addresses, but I've got high 60s and other things. So it averages at 70, right? The higher of a percentage of completion you have for each person, the more tools you'll be able to use to reach out to them.
Okay, so how many?
Wonder if that's.
I'm like thinking about a smart plan, how you work that.
Wait, I don't understand the question. What do you mean?
How do you get them into the smart plan?
So that, there's lots of videos on how to do that we can send to you for sure. Robert, that you see down here, Robert's my virtual assistant. Robert, can you send Marcia some of those videos with the smart plan links when we get off of this? That would be great. So he's going to send you an email with links to how to put people on smart plans.
Okay, do you have like drip campaigns in there, like newsletters and all of that?
You can create them, yeah. Some of them are already in there, but you can create that. It's really customizable, but you should start in like little pieces, right? Start getting used to how to use one piece of command in a smart plan. And then the next week, learn how to do another thing, right? Or else you're going to get really overwhelmed, I think.
Okay.
Hey, Sharon,
Wait, who said? Andrea, go ahead.
I was negligent in doing my assignment.
Negligent.
Right, that was on me. So
50
I would like to
push-ups.
know if I can give you the buyer's presentation and the listing presentation on Monday. Can I do that?
So the assignment wasn't to do the presentation, but it was to do the documents, like to write a mock offer.
I'm sorry. Can I give you the mock offer,
You may.
buyer's presentation, and the listing presentation on Monday?
You may, yeah, for sure. And if any of you guys want to put together your buyers or listing presentations and you want somebody to take a look at it, I'm happy to proofread it, right? Because a lot of that needs to be customized. And if you want another set of eyes on it, I'm happy to do that too.
So can we use our own address for both the buyers and the listing presentation, or do we? Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
Alma, did you get my email?
No, I have a couple of questions before I hang up with you.
Sure.
Do you want me to go ahead now?
Well, let me quickly say,
Go ahead.
I went over your offer, and I made some notes and I sent it back to you. It was this morning though. So if you haven't seen it yet, I understand. Just to let you know. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I have not taken that in Pete's class. I'm
Right.
going to take his class right now and take it every time because I haven't covered that. So I kind of filled it out. I left some stuff blank that I did not know.
Yep.
I kind of made a circle. And even the stuff that I filled out, I wasn't sure if that's what was supposed to be written in there.
And I put
I'm sorry.
I put notes on there. I read that.
Okay. I have a question for you. I did 5 showings on Monday. I'm doing 4 showings this Friday. A funny story is what happened to me. I'm not going to get into that, but it was interesting. The feedbacks, are we supposed to be, and I know the Sandy Lock will send us feedbacks because they all want to know feedbacks. Are those mandatory? There's one that I gave feedback because the door wouldn't lock and the latch was coming loose with the screws falling off. That I felt it was important for me. But all the other feedbacks, is that something that we should do on every single showing?
So 2 things. You should do it simply because it's like the golden rule, right? If you had a listing, you would want other agents to do that for you. The other thing is showing time will continue to send you reminder emails to fill it out until you fill it out. And it turns into a real pain in the neck. So just fill it out.
Okay.
Just fill it out. And also, like, if there's something about the house that you did not like, the listing agent will accumulate feedback from all sorts of different agents And then they can go to their homeowners and say, look, this is what everybody's saying. I think we need to fix this, or we need to drop the price. So it helps them communicate with their client. And you will find that it could be helpful to you someday when you have a listing as well, right? To get feedback from other agents.
Okay.
So it's
And-
professional courtesy.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last part, but what you had said.
I said it's a professional courtesy.
Okay. I missed, I was connecting my computers to the internet. I was abusing the one thing. I always make joke of that because I'm trying to multitask. Hard for me to concentrate and listen, which I like to listen to the classes, but I was busy. You said something that is our assignment. I just want to clear that out before I hang up to know what I'm supposed to be doing, because I didn't hear that part, and you were there was an issue with the volume as
Yeah.
well.
A listing package. So fill out all the documents as though I was your client and you were going to list my house. And you can pick whatever property you want.
Okay. Listing package. So just fill it all out and then email it to you.
Yep.
So this is now the opposite. Now
Right.
we're talking about listing. Okay.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. And I think that's it for me.
Allie, do you have a question?
Yeah, just because it was muffled, you mentioned the unknowns for the seller's disclosure.
Oh, yeah.
Would you mind just explaining that real quick, please?
An unknown would just be something that honestly the homeowner just doesn't know.
Got
You
it.
know, he's like, I don't know if my air filter is electronic or not. Unknown. You know, you don't come across those very often, but sometimes.
Sure. Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
I have another question.
Yep.
I don't have the black binder that has all of the forms for both
Okay.
the buyers and the seller side.
Okay.
So I wanted to know, do I go to the coaching Google Drive to download those documents?
You can, or are you able to go in to the front desk and just pick one up?
I won't be able to go out to the office until next week.
Okay, so yes, if you look in the coaching drive, the listing documents are under seller's resources and all the buyer's documents are under buyer resources.
Okay.
Or it's called listing resources. I don't remember right now. But there you'll find blank versions, PDFs of those. Those are great to print out and keep notes of while you're in Pete's class.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to know, because I'm lost in his class without the actual physical document. But I couldn't remember where to go to print them out so I could be prepared.
For sure. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Just one more thing. Can you add me to that email? The more info I get, the better. Robert, if you could add me
Sure.
to receive some extras or.
Does everybody want that? The links for the smart plan videos? Do you guys all want that?
Yes, please.
Okay. Robert, throw everybody in here. Give it that to them. All right, cool.
Oh,
Awesome. Yep. Go ahead.
is it possible we could, and I don't know, I'm throwing this question to everybody right now on the platform.
Okay.
If anyone is interested in doing a daily roll call for 15 minutes, role play for 15 minutes, I'm down. We could do a conference call or a Zoom, but I really would like to role play with people on a regular basis. So if anybody's interested,
I can do it with you.
Awesome. I'll put my email in the chat, and
Okay.
we can decide to do it over the phone or do Zoom, but I really would like to start role playing with people if there are anyone that's interested. So thank you so much for
Why
that.
should we get our, I don't know if you know, what's your number? Maybe I could just call you after.
There you go.
I'll put it in chat.
Oh,
I'll
you
put
will?
my email
Okay.
and number
I'll
in
check.
chat.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Sounds
All
good.
I like that.
Yeah, me too.
All right. So we will see you guys tomorrow in the skills class. You want to pop in? All right. Did you put your number in?
I'm doing it now.
Okay.
You're talking tomorrow's class. That would be the other coaching classes that we should be attending.
Yep. Those are the skills classes. Yep.
Skills classes. Okay.
Skills.
Alrighty. Sounds
All
good.
right.
Let me just get that number real quick.
Yep, that's what I was just waiting for. All right, Larry, it was nice seeing you. Oh, wait, where's your little sweater? You had like a cute jacket or sweater on or something. You look nice.
Yeah, don't look at that. Don't look at that.
I liked it.
You'll see more of it.
All right, good. Got a little style. He's got something going on.
You know.
417.
All right.
Looking forward to meeting you guys in person.
Yeah. How do you,
You guys.
where do you live, Larry?
I live in Northwest Detroit.
Okay. Like what part?
Like Grand River and Southfield and Rosedale Park, North Rosedale.
Okay.
Oh, you're not far from me. I'm Warren and Evergreen. I'm like literally 10 minutes from you.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, that whole area. I like the west side.
So they are starting to do the classes in, not our coaching ones necessarily, but if you feel comfortable, they're starting to do training in the office. So like Pete's Forums is up in the cafe as well as online. So if that's something that you want to start engaging in, it's available.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, my
Okay,
information is in
sounds
the
good.
chat for anyone interested.
You know what?
in
I
role-playing.
got your email. What's your name? Just so that I can. What's your name?
Andrea Rogers.
Andrea. Okay, that's all I need. I'll give you a call and we can get that set up.
I would love that. Thank you so much. And if anybody else is interested, I mean, we can make this a group thing, at least for 15 minutes a day.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's a great
That sounds
idea.
good.
All right, Larry, you're in there. You got to type in the chat, throw your phone number in there and your email.
Got it. Got it. Let's do it.
All right.
No excuses, right? We're now
No
Sharon got it.
excuses. No excuses.
Dan.
No excuses.
There you
No
go.
excuses.
So,
I like that.
real quick, I'll just make this quick. I'm doing a 90-day challenge where for the next 90 days, I am going to do everything that I'm supposed to be doing for my success. My celebration day is April 1st. So if anybody wants to be a part of the challenge, we can do that too.
Woo-hoo!
We can be accountability partners for each other because by 2021, December 31st of this year, I'm making my $250,000. So
There you go.
Hey,
I like it.
let's go. I'm ready to get
let's
it.
go.
I love the goals.
Bye. Go to Pete's Farms.
Okay, thank you.
Sounds good. Take
Okay.
care. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye,
See you
guys. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
All right.